Good morning everyone and welcome to my bathroom. You're actually currently in my bathtub. Yeah, that just happened. So I thought I'd be doing something a little bit different today for this vlog. Let's have a bit of a deep and meaningful vlog. So I had kind of been in a bit of a funk for a month and I kind of wanted to say goodbye to August, hello September, but I'm also half not wanting to get rid of summer so soon because there's probably a 99% chance I'm not going back to Australia for summer because of lockdown, and it kind of bums me out. And I really wanted to spend 2 months there and just take my paddleboard with me, just have summer clothes and just be at home and just be with my family, and I really needed that. So that's probably not going to happen. So I was watching a vlog by Rachel Maskey. I hope I said your name right, sweetie. But she did a really interesting vlog about saying goodbye to summer, and she did this amazing bouquet of flowers in her hair, and it was just such a homage, and it felt very spiritual in nature, and I felt like I should do something like that. That really inspired me. And then this morning I was flicking through Instagram and I saw this beautiful illustration, and it was very much the same, like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. But I wanted to do something a little bit more oomph. So I've had this. I thought, let's dye my hair pink. Let's put flowers in my hair. Oh yes, I did buy some flowers. I went to the shops this morning and I bought these beautiful flowers. So I thought I'll do this, and then I saw these and I thought I have to buy them because it's so beautiful. And they're so pretty, so I think that'd be really cool, and now like have pink hair. And also, it's a freaking gorgeously beautiful day, so we're trying to get as much of the sunshine while we can before we go into winter, because as much as I love autumn, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I can handle a winter at the moment, especially because we'll probably have to go into lockdown again. Yeah, well, not looking forward to that. So we're going to do all that, but I thought I would discuss with you today a little bit about me, because I've actually not really talked about me on this channel a lot. I want to give a little bit of a chat about who I am while getting ready with you and with me, whatever. What do they call them? Getting ready with me and assumptions vlog. So we're going to do that in my own version. So I think it's time to start dyeing my hair. Okay. So I haven't dyed my hair since June last year, and I kind of love the aftermath of it because I've kind of got blonde hair, which I really love, but the roots are about this long, which is just so attractive. So yes, it's just, oh wait, how can you not have gloves and a hair dye? That, okay, I might have to sacrifice the kitchen gloves. Do you know what? I probably use them for something else. Okay. To the kitchen! Alrighty. Isn't it like the Blink-182 album cover? Anyway, so we'll use the kitchen gloves and then we'll see what happens after that. This is going to be so weird actually. Alright. Now, the number one thing that frustrates me the most about being me, and you're going to roll your eyes, is name pronunciation. No matter where I go, Australia, France, or the UK, my name is pronounced in so many different ways. I get, well, first of all, my name is Diane, so it's The Adventures with Diane. My name is not Diane, it's not Diana, it's not D. I love it when some people go, oh, it's just too hard to say your name, so I'll just call you D. I'm like, oh, so lazy. I'm not really a fan of nicknames. Like, I love nicknames, but I'm not really a fan because you can only have D. So my nickname at school was actually Friendship Poodles, or Poodles for short, and I generally miss that so much. And then I had some friends call me Diance and Dianette, which I really love. But going back to it, my name in French as well is Diane. And then also when it comes to my last name, which is Logel, L-O-G, don't know why people think it's J, E-L. It's not Logal, it's not whatever else is in between, low gel. So you think low as in like get down low, and then gel for your hair. So that's my number one pet hate when it comes to names. Right, this is not going to be what I think it is. So you've got instructions. Let's read the instructions because heaven forbid, I think it'll just go pink at the ends, but you know, why not? Looks like I've got to wash my hair. Now the question is, do I wash it in that sink or this sink? So, excuse me while I wash my hair. And we're back. Alright, so what's the next step? Alright, so other things about me. Do I brush my hair actually to do this? So, if you can't tell, I'm a bit confusing. Now when I say confusing, what I mean is that I am Australian, as you can tell from my accent, but I'm also half French. So I'm a mixture of both. So I live in the UK because of my French citizenship, which is just wonderful, but you never know these days. And yeah, so my family in France are from Alsace, and now I'm so proud to be Alsatian. It's really cool because also my mum's great-great-great-grandfather, he left Alsace / Prussia because of the Franco-Prussian War in he left in 1871, I believe, to Australia. And so when you look down the family tree, I've always been Alsatian, which is fantastic. And also, not to mention, the cosy is fantastic. I absolutely love that aspect. How should I do this? I have to laugh because no matter where I am in the world, I don't fit in. Because in Australia, they think I'm English now because I speak with a posh accent. And then here they're like, oh, you're a convict. Sorry about the generalization with that voice. So that's always interesting. Kind of hate that. If you're going to call me anything, can you call me a frog convict, because at least include my other heritage. I moved to the UK 11 years ago this month, which is kind of crazy to think about. So needless to say, I've been like going, well, I've been here for 10 years now. Do I move back? Do I stay? Like, what should I do with myself? But either way, I kind of have to stay because you just don't know what's happening at the moment. But I stay because I love living in the UK because I get to travel all the time. Like the fact that it's so easy to get to Europe. It's an hour to get to Paris. Oh, no, it's not. It's 2 hours to get to Paris on the Eurostar. And I love that because I just love going to Paris. It's beautiful. And then it's very easy for me to get home to see family in France. I tend to go visit my cousin a lot because he's got the most beautiful children. Oh, I just love them so much. I, of course, spoil and watch them. And you know, if you're like, oh, I feel like going to Spain to get some sun, yeah, no problems. Just go do that, which is fantastic. And it also, like, there's culture. I just love the culture. Like, the history and the culture of living in Europe is just fabulous. Like, you know, I've always been obsessed with history, and like, because of my Alsatian heritage, we have such a beautiful folk costume that I was so fascinated by this unique, strange world, and like, why do they have folk costumes? And then researching into all that, it's amazing. And it's really good because I can buy all these books because it's so easy to get books in Europe than it is in Australia, and they're not $150. Yes, I did spend $300 on 2 really big books on costume, and so that means I can go explore and see these wonderful folk costumes and then have easy access to discovering history. Like, okay, so I want to go to, or let's take for an example, we really wanted to do Venice and go to Carnival. No problem. Research that. Okay, so it's this time period. So easy to do it. Okay, let's just go to Venice Carnival in full costume. Like, why not? And that's just one of the best things about it. And you know, the fact that I've gone to Florence for costume exhibits and, you know, Paris for costume exhibits, and just getting to explore and see that sort of stuff, it's just wonderful because my life is literally travel and costume. Those are the most important things to me. So the fact that I get to do that so easily by living in Europe, especially living in London, because it's so easy to get to all the airports. So like, that's one of the main reasons I live here. Also, I work in the film industry, and the film industry is really thriving here. And I really love it because there's so much work coming out of the UK that my CV is a little bit nuts, and it's kind of cool. Like, I keep thinking, you know, I've really not achieved a lot, and then people go, actually, you've achieved more than most. but I absolutely love doing costume. It's so interesting because you do these jobs for like, you know, 6 months and you get transported into another world, and you just discover all these amazing things and so much history, because you're always learning. That's the thing about my job, you're always learning. So like a history period, like names of things, and I love that aspect of what I do. Like when I start a job, I'll just go so into it and research because I just want to know the world and just be really immersed into it, because I feel like that makes me the best costumer I can be. But yeah, the dream is one day to be a costume designer. I've always wanted that. Okay, that's full story. I started wanting to do costume when I was 13. I wanted to do fashion when I was like 12. I'm like, I don't want to do fashion. Before that, I wanted to be a florist. And I've just always been crafty. And then I just realized when I was 13 I wanted to do costume. I think it's because I was so inspired by the films coming out at that time. So you had Lord of the Rings, you had Moulin Rouge, and you had all these amazing, like really high standard costuming films coming out. And that was just so, oh my God. And not to mention, my full inspiration was Ever After. That costume. I need to say I made it for my year 10 formal. It's so beautiful. It's nothing like it, but when I worked at the costume house that actually had the costume, and we worked on that time period, and I stood next to it, I've lost all of the selfies from it. I have to beg them to let me back in so I can take a picture of me in the costume or next to it, like that costume, like so that was like really inspiring for me. And I worked in theatre in Sydney all my teenage years. I started at Marion Street Theatre. They were my go-to places. Like, they were really special to me, and we did so many theatre shows. I learned so much, so I was really taught by the designers that came in, and I was learning a lot as I went along. And then like in classes, I would be, when drawing costumes, I would carry around my John Peacock book, and that's how I really learned about history and costumes, in which time period. And I'll carry around my John Peacock book and just draw in classes. It must have been so annoying because I was so artistic, but that was just my go-to. And then I was really lucky to get work experience at pretty much all the theatres in Sydney growing up. So one of my highlights was working for Opera Australia, and it was just amazing. And I got to work on something called the Magic Flute, and that's the first time they did it at Opera Australia, and that's probably one of my favourite jobs. I don't care that I sewed buttons on that costume and had to redo some of them because the tailor's very particular. So it was like my first time working with a tailor, so that was very interesting. And then I worked at Sydney Theatre Company, and I was just really lucky with my choices, and I was always so pushed by my teachers to really like push the boundaries and be different, and they always kept saying, you're going to achieve. And then I moved to the UK. That was interesting. It's I won't say what university I went to, but yeah, very charming creatures, of course. They didn't really like individuality, that's for sure. So needless to say, I have suffered a lot, sorry to be honest. So that's what I do. Costume is my bread, butter, blood, everything. This I love making costumes all the time. My mum has to laugh. She's always like, Diane, you can't sit still. You're always wanting to do something more, learn about something more. And I've got all these ideas for this channel, and I kind of like was saying to my husband, like, I need an editor because I don't have enough time to create an edit. I have bags and bags of designs and fabrics, and it's just so nice to be able to use my hands to create things that come out of my head, and I'm very thankful for that. And honestly, I need to also draw more, because I haven't drawn for such a long time. I miss doing that. And also, this channel has given me a real like opportunity to draw and be more creative. Again, because I want to create really interesting content. Like a friend of mine is like, look, I love your travel stuff, do it, but be you. Talk more about costume, talk more about your passion, because that really shows through. And he's right. So this is why I've kind of like redone the channel a bit. Like, I'm gonna like travel, do like crafts, and then also I can like time travel and teach you guys about history and costume and all that sort of stuff. So I would love to be a fashion historian and get that degree, and a costume designer. So if things don't work out the way that, you know, the major goal is, at least I can use this channel as a way to really push that creativity and really get to explore the things that I love. And I'm quite excited by that, actually. So that's the idea. That's the idea at the moment. And yeah, like I'm very passionate. I really am passionate, and I'm very thankful that I can inspire my friends with this YouTube channel to push their creativity and get to reconnect with their passion, and I'm so down for that. Like, everyone should just live a passionate life. I actually have tattooed down my neck, if you can tell, the word passion from yes, I made a language when I was 17 for a film script I wrote for my final year of school, and I did the costume production design for that. And I had to make a language because I was so obsessed with Lord of the Rings and the Chronicles of Narnia. So I got that tattooed on my neck. I actually have 2 tattoos here. I've got my gumnut blossoms for Australia to show my Australian heritage. And then on the other side, I have my geraniums from my Alsatian heritage, because when you travel to Alsace, you just see it everywhere. There's just everywhere geraniums, so I thought that was beautiful. And also, I am a gumnut baby. Let's be real. But I think that gives like a bit of a backstory to who I am. I'm just a mad artistic costumer, and I'm so okay with that. That all being said, I'm going to wait 30 minutes for this to thaw in, and I'm going to have a cuppa, and I will see you on the rinse out. Yeah, so put some conditioner in and then leave it for 2 minutes. Alrighty. I can see a little bit of colour. So, as I suspected, not a lot happened, but there's like little aspects of it, and that's not dye, FYI, that's just me touching myself. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's cute. It does look healthy in my hair, and like I think it was good that I did a wee trim. You know, not bad for cutting it like that. But yeah, I'm happy. I didn't want it to be like intense. Like, it just turned the blonde bits a bit pink. But the most important thing about it is now I'm gonna go put flowers in my hair. Yay! I feel like Morticia Adams, FYI, doing this. Hold on, let's just hold up thing. Maybe we can get a thumbnail doing this. No mercy. I love it. Oh, I look like Lana Del Rey. Alright, I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna go do some photos. Oh, this is really cute. I'm loving it. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Go outside. It got real cloudy real fast, which is devastating, but I'm loving this. I'm sitting on my new nook, which I absolutely adore. We got this beautiful plan. I did the curtains at last, and it's looking really nice. It's so cozy in here. I love sitting here, but I'm very happy with how this looked. It turns out so cute. I look like oh, what do I look like? I look like a nymph. I'm so happy about that. A little flower nymph or a flower fairy. Yay! And also, I made this. This is something I made during lockdown, and it's a full 1950s cocktail dress, so I'll do a little spinning motion here. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit more of a relaxed, get to know me a little bit video. Hopefully we can speak a bit more about costume in the future, and you can just come into my little world of time travel and all things fabulous. So if you did like this video, make sure you give it a like, because it really supports my channel. Also subscribe for more content and lots of other cool things that I've got on my channel. And also have a look at my Instagram. It'll be really nice to have you there, because I love taking photos so much. So until next time, I'll see you then. Also, I just want to comment about this jacket. if you like this, head to Denim Goddess Jackets because we could do a commission.